But I'm interested in where, when it's all said and done, as the story of Hulk Hogan played out in front of us all, and probably many people were educated about it yesterday. I I, I want to give Hulk Hogan his due on the show, and everywhere else that it would be requisite and that it would be appropriate. Um, my wrestling days were probably when I was about 7, 8 years old. My dad, there was wrestling at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. Maniac John Tolis and some of those, and my brother and I, and it wasn't really fair because I was 8 and he was 4, so we would go on our parents' bed and I slam him around a little bit, and that was it. I never got into it. I don't have anything negative about those of you who love pro wrestling. Everybody's got their thing. Do your thing. It just never was my jam. But as it played out, the whole life of it, you got to give Hulk Hogan his due in regards to his role in elevating that form of entertainment into mainstream America, to breaking a ceiling on it, to the crowds that it still gets today. But you got to tell the whole story. His racist rant that was released on caught on tape and released, and his apology that basically wasn't an apology, saying, I'm a 61-year-old man. I'm a victim of my society, which was such a lame, and I think all of you would admit that, apology. It was basically saying, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is why. And then certainly in the political realm and his speech at the Republican National Convention. I think all of us want to be remembered not just for one thing, right? I think all of us, when we're done, would like to believe we're multifaceted, that we did a lot of different things, that we weren't just a one-trick pony in some respects. And I give him that. I mean, he was influential in so many places. But for me, JJ, when the whole Hulk Hogan thing came out, and I did learn things about it yesterday. I like I said, it's never been my jam. I've never been that guy that just, I got to go to WrestleMania. It's just, and again, everybody's got their thing, right? Some people love soccer, some people love wrestling, some people like football, some people don't like whatever. But that was it. I'm with you in a large respect, as I ate a lot of it yesterday. I took a lot of it in. It was for me, yeah, no, it was a 71-year-old guy who made an impact. I give him a lot of credit for elevating what he did to another level, and you can't take away that impact. And if you want to say legend, I'm fine with that.
Well, he was a tremendous figure in sports entertainment for decades, and what he meant to wrestling and pulp culture, and American icon at moments, for sure. Different decades, his different characters in wrestling, and it is hard to be in the limelight that long and not have a bunch of different things that go down on your resume and a part of your story.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Open for business today if you want to get in on that, man. Oh, if you want to get on your memories of Hulk Hogan, what he was, what he is to you, we're open for that. Whenever I think the format of this show. I'm not that JJ and I never been very formal on. You have to stay on topic, and especially on a Friday. If you want to get in at whatever time on thoughts on Hulk Hogan and memories on him, how you remember him, how he should be remembered if you feel a certain way, we're here for you. The number today is 505-246-0610. Same number it is every day. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Adrian's in this morning producing on the TV side. You can watch us on our Facebook page, which is The OD in the AM, on Xfinity Channel 26 around the state of New Mexico, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. We got a guest list today. The 8 o'clock hours, well, we're going to be, pretty slammed, from 8 o'clock probably till about 9:15 or so. But if you want to get in, I think early's a good idea today. We're going to catch up with an old friend today. And JJ, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm stoked for him. 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to catch up with Jeremy Fishbein, the former Lobo men's soccer coach, who I would argue was one of the most, maybe not the, but one of the most successful coaches in the history of UNM athletics. He just took over the new USL One franchise. USL One, right? Is that what it's called?
League One, yes.
USL League One franchise up in Boise, Idaho. And I'm really looking. He's been on a heck of a journey since he left UNM, and he's landed in Boise and heading up a pro team up there. And I'm stoked for him, and I'm looking forward to catching up with him. I know you are too.
Very excited about this. The journey, the last year or two at UNM is fascinating, but then what he did after the fact, bouncing around
The globe.
When it comes to soccer, and then coming back and landing this opportunity to build a franchise.
Yeah, I always wondered, and maybe look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you my expertise is professional soccer, but every time United's job opened up, and it's been 3 times, right? The first time with Troy Lesesne, then when he went to MLS, they promoted from within, and they only had 2. No, they've had 4 coaches, right? This is Dennis Sanchez is their 4th coach.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, every time that, and it's only been 5 or 6 years, right? 6 years.
2019.
I always wonder why Jeremy Fishbein is not considered. And I shouldn't say he's not, because I just don't know if he's. I don't know the process. You don't know the process. Maybe he is, but I've always wondered why his name was not more prevalent when it comes to that search. I think his name in the very first search, right? We all threw that name out there. I think we probably threw Heather's name out there. The second, right when they were looking for the
Is it Eric Quill?
when they hired Eric Quill, that was their 3rd coach. I think you and I were saying, what about Heather Dyke? Right? It seems so on brand for the club. We local. She's involved with USA Soccer. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's the best thing about soccer. I've told you that there is in this town. I think she's wonderful. But I always wondered why not Jeremy. And I guess we could ask him. Is there been interest on his part to be the head coach of United and come back here, and is the interest been reciprocated? I mean, that's a fair question, no?
It is. In fact, he's in the USL now.
Yeah. But they won't play each other, right? So this is a different league.
They could play each other in
the
one of the
in
competitions they have, the Jägermeister Cup,
Right.
which pits the different levels of the VSL.
If there's any justice next year, they make that schedule, and it's United going up to Boise to play. Well, I guess Jeremy coming back here, right? That would be the justice. And Jeremy beats him. That would be the justice.
You never know. They're building a soccer-specific
That's right.
venue up there, so they could get sent some matches.
Yep. But they will not play in league play. United is in what is called USL Championship, which is the higher level of the USL, which is not Major League Soccer, but don't call it minor league soccer. And Boise will play in USL League One, is what you said? So that's
Yes.
a developmental league for USL. Like what? That's just one
No,
level below.
The tier, so it's 2. There's League 2 and then Championship.
So they're a 3rd tier USL? Okay, I didn't even know that. So they're the 3rd tier of USL. All right. So that's what we're doing at 8 o'clock this morning. Nick Nee's going to join us at 8:30 this morning. We'll catch up on what's going on in the world of golf. Get you a golf tip. I want to talk a little bit about the Ryder Cup team. Was the Open Championship last weekend? It was, huh? We haven't talked to him about the Scotty going through that, so we'll catch up with him on Scotty Scheffler's latest title. We got a sweet deal for you that you're going to love coming up at 8:15. I mean, just a loaded show today, and his camps are going on. So come on in at 505-246-0610. When we get back, we'll get a little NFL start for you. And Aaron Rodgers just came out and said, all right, let's just get it out of the way. Here's my pick. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how good we're going to be. Or did he? So we'll get I mean, but you got to have Aaron Rodgers talk. And we'll also have Dak Prescott on Micah Parsons, because we've heard Jerry on Micah and Micah on Micah. So you got to get that as well. So we'll do that coming up. Hey, how's your car looking? I know. I talk about this on a daily basis because we're in our car on a daily basis, because every day you're spending time in your vehicle and life happens and it gets dirty, it gets out of control. Or maybe you just went on a roadie, took the family on a summer road trip, and you got the bugs in the grill and all the crud everywhere. On the Spot Automotive Detailing takes care of all of that. I've got them on a regular rotation. It makes sense for me, and I think you're going to love it. if you're spending that much time in a certain place, and in this case in your car, don't you want it to be a place you want to be? Of course you do. On the Spot Automotive Detailing comes out to you and details your vehicle. What does that mean? That means they go beyond cleaning it, inside, outside, around the rims, under the hood, like that new car feel. That's what the car dealers do. And there's something about just having that feel, that smell, and then you're a little bit more cautious. You're more conscious about keeping your car clean for a little while, and you want to be in it. You spend a ton of time in it. It's one of your biggest investments. Take care of your vehicle. Call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. And while you're at it, talk to them about paint protection film, ceramic coating to protect the exterior from rock chips and all the junk that's flying around and keep that shine all year long. They are also experts when it comes to window tinting to keep your vehicle cool. On the Spot Automotive Detailing has been voted best in the city because they are the best in the city. I love what they do. I love the results. You are going to as well. Call them or just book online. It's all right there. Book, buy, look at their services. OTSdetailing.com is their website. It's OTSdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard. serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Ball's a tough way to go through life, man. I'm just telling you.
As long as you're happy, Jeff.
Dude, you know what I did this morning? Okay, see this? I got a little thing on my knuckle. So this little hoodie I'm wearing, it was all wrinkled. So I took it. I was going to run a quick iron over it, and as I took it off, my ceiling fan was going, and dude, I broke the blade off the ceiling fan.
Oh, Man of Steel over here.
Like I've hit it before, but as I in my bedroom, like as I freaking idiot, I took my shirt off, moved to my arms, and the thing came down, and I obviously then it go tunk, 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 and I shut it off, and yeah, no, it snapped, dude. I got issues, man. So my hand's fine for the most part. I should be able to play today.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna hold you back.
But I got a ceiling fan blade now sitting on the floor that snapped. There's no putting it back on. I bought a ceiling fan. This is a running joke in my family. I'm not gonna lie. If I've owned that house, I bought it in 2008. So what is that? 17 years? I probably bought a replacement ceiling fan 14 years ago, and it's sitting in a box outside my door of my bedroom. And it's where, like, when I would do my daughter's laundry as she's been growing up, that's where I would stack it. So it's furniture now, because I don't know how to put in a ceiling fan. I have no idea, dude. I'm like the I'm not that dude. So now I got a reason to find. Anybody want to hire?
14 years? How long is that ceiling?
It's probably been about 14 years. Yeah, it's probably been that damn long. Yeah, no, it's probably been that long. I mean, Addie doesn't remember. I lifted it up. The carpet's a different color underneath it. So I got to find. If anybody wants to help me, I'll hire you to come over and put in my ceiling fan. I can do that. You got a guy? Anybody got a guy? That was this morning, man. I just literally just broke the freaking blade off of the ceiling fan, taking off my shirt. Does that mean I'm going to play well or play bad today? I'm not even sure. But we got breakfast. We got Raising Cane's. 505-246-0610. All right, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback of the Steelers. You know that. He's at practice. He's got players. And by the way, what's his deal? All right, we got his first interception out of the way. And how good does he think they're going to be? How good are they? How good do you think the Steelers are going to be? Second tier team, like a playoff team, playoff fighting?
Yes.
I think I think most of the 32 teams would probably say something to that accord. You know, like we're going to the Super Bowl, we're good. At this time of the year, but I think that there's really only 6 to 8 that really have a legitimate chance. Sometimes it's 10 to 12, and there's teams that surprise you, but I would say on paper, we're probably one of those 10 to 12. End quote. Chance to win the Super Bowl. All right. Do you think there's 10 to 12 teams that have a real chance to win the Super Bowl? I don't.
That might be pushing it.
Yes.
10 to 12. I'm not sure about that.
I think Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City. Is there another AFC team that you think's got a real good chance to win the Super Bowl? Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City. Who else has a real chance? I mean, are you putting Cincinnati? Everybody else, Cincinnati. They didn't make the damn playoffs.
Yeah, they missed the playoffs. I think that teams like Cincinnati, Denver, Los Angeles are below that.
The Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Houston, if they lock back in, like the teams that get hot, yeah, you could see them maybe win 2 playoff games.
All right. That's not winning the Super Bowl. So
Nope.
that's 3. Philadelphia. Do you want to put Washington in there? Got to the NFC Championship game last year. I'll put them in there.
Yeah.
Detroit, Green Bay. The Rams. Is that 5?
Do you think the Packers can win a Super Bowl?
I don't think they will. I mean, can they? I'll take them out if you're more comfortable taking them out. I'm not as sold. I'm sitting here in August trying to say teams have a chance. You don't?
I would have them in that
Next year? All right, so minus. So Philadelphia, but if you say Washington does, is Washington better than Green Bay?
it really comes out, is Jaden Daniels really just that guy? Like already top 5 quarterback in the league, which some people think he is, then yes.
He's on every damn list of top 5, by the way. All right, so we got 7 or 8 teams that you think legitimately can win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers said he thinks there's 10 or 12, and they're one of them. Because if you're telling me that next tier, then it's Green Bay if you didn't put them in the first tier. Probably Minnesota. Probably Arizona and or San.
No, they're lower than that. Me.
Who?
Minnesota and Arizona. Like I
What's the next tier then?
I think the next tier of teams would be
Houston,
Green Bay, Denver,
Houston,
Cincinnati, Houston,
Pittsburgh,
like that.
Pittsburgh, since maybe.
Yeah, they would be. I think they could
Chargers?
be a wild card team, so they're in that top 14 then.
All right. By the way, on quarterbacks, I saw a really cool. I get to remember who it was. I was skimming through something yesterday, and it was a something called Rat Rundown. So everybody's got a poll. It's a website and it's a Twitter handle. Rat Rundown. Have you ever follow that at all?
No.
They put out a poll. College football's top 30 quarterbacks for 2025. Just saying, but 2 of the top 6 played in the last 2 as led in New Mexico Bowls.
So it's a poll that fit your narrative. I'm just kidding.
100% it's a poll that fit my narrative. And a third who played in University Stadium last year.
It's list season, man.
Are you looking at that list now? Did you find it?
I saw the post yesterday that you put out there.
Yeah.
Guess I got to put my quarterback list together so I can get
there's your quarterback
retweet.
list. Yeah, they had John Mateer from Washington State, now at Oklahoma, at number 1. But number 5 was Diego Pavia, who's at Vanderbilt, played with New Mexico State, and he's led a New Mexico Bowl 2 seasons ago. And then Josh Hoover at TCU, who was the offensive MVP of last year's, who's led a New Mexico Bowl. All I'm saying is, dude, we get pretty damn good players come through our game.
Just think about that statement for a second.
Wouldn't you post that? If you saw that list that fits your narrative, wouldn't you post that?
I could create a list for you, too, if you want me to.
And this guy just did.
Diego Pavia, top 5 quarterback in college football.
Yeah, according to this list, he's rated, and again, it's one dude or one place's list. He's above Arch Manning. Arch Manning is the 8th ranked quarterback in America, according to this guy. It's John Mateer of Oklahoma, Cade Klubnik of Clemson, Lenoris Sellers of South Carolina, Garrett Nussmeier of LSU, then Diego Pavia 5, Josh Hoover of TCU 6, Darian Mensah of Duke 7, and Arch Manning 8.
Which, when you look at the quarterback turnover, the top players, from last year, and just in terms of stats and performance, like Kyle McCord, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders, Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel, they're in the NFL.
Devin Dampier, by the way, 30th on this list. The former Lobo quarterback who's at Utah. I got to find some other lists to see how this compares. Yeah, no, look, that fit my narrative. And as it said in our post, according to this list, right? That's how we put the post out. And everybody loves them some damn lists and rankings this time of year. But all I'm saying is our little game going on its 20th year has seen some players come through, man. I don't know. That Jordan Love we were just talking about was pretty good when he was holding our trophy too, right? Shaquille Barrett was pretty good. Wasn't he like defensive player of the year in the NFL? All pro, something like that. I mean, I'm just saying. Pretty cool list, though. Yes, it fit my narrative, 100%. It fit my narrative. All right, what was the narrative on Micah Parsons yesterday? And from whom? We didn't talk about him yesterday, but we are today because Dak did. And if Dak did, then, if Dak's yakking, then we got to be yakking backing. You know what I'm saying? 505-246-0610. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. IPS watches my home. International Protective Service. Affordable, private security in a time and an era in a place where you need affordable private security. Property crime's big, so is the officer shortage. They don't respond quickly because there's not enough officers. IPS responds within 5 to 7 minutes at properties which they monitor the alarms. They catch bad guys. They provide standing guards 24/7 if you want eyes on your property around the clock. They will install alarms and camera systems. They have a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. All this raises the level of security around your home and your business. Protect what you have worked so hard to build. Protect your family. IPS will help you do that. 505-897-2420 is the number. 505-897-2420. Online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, Together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of Pro V Networks and can
breakfast later. It's like feast or famine around here. Got a sweet deal coming in later. It's probably going to be more breakfast. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. On 95.9 FM at AM 610. The Sports Animal. All right. We gave you a day off yesterday from Micah Parsons. Just because, whatever. Sign him, don't. I just didn't want to give Jerry his due yesterday for the reason he's dragging this thing out. So everybody will talk about him every day. But Jerry talked about Micah. Micah talked about Micah. And now your quarterback talks about Micah. I guess we have to talk about Micah. Although the story hasn't changed, right?
Still unsigned to an extension.
Dak Prescott went through this with the Cowboys as recently as last year. Now, he ended up being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL history with a 4-year, $240 million deal. Right? It was like hours before the opener last season. You recall that. So he did his media scrum yesterday, and he was asked about, well, what about Micah? And you're talking to Micah, and quote, quarterback, I don't know if there's a correct way to handle it, to be honest with you. I will say that I think he deserves to get paid. I think he should get paid, and ultimately, going off the history of what I've seen, he will get paid. Hopefully, it's sooner than later. Okay. That's good. Prescott's really good about saying the right thing, by the way.
He's a very good guy when it comes to navigating that world.
Yeah, I agree with you. Really good. Micah Parsons has been on the field the first 3 days of camp. Now, he hadn't practiced, but he's been on the field. Yesterday, he was not in cleats. That was the first time. He's dealing with some back tightness, he said. Okay, cool. Look, whatever. I'm not worried about Micah Parsons being ready to go day one. You can sign him day one -1 on Wednesday, and he'll play Thursday. Cowboys and his agent, again, by all these reports, have not started negotiations. So I don't know why the bleep we're talking about it if they're not. It just, I'm going to go back to this, man. And Jerry Jones said he and Micah Parsons came to an agreement on the length of the deal. They've also come to agreement on the guaranteed and total money. But then he said the talks didn't advance. I'm like, I don't understand it. First, you're going to tell me you didn't talk, but then you're going to tell me we're agreed on money and term. Well, if you're agreed on term and money, then iron out the little bitty details, like, bonus. I say little bitty, and it's little bitty, right? But if you've agreed on term and total, what are we doing? But then how do you say, well, we haven't talked? Well, either you talked and you agreed on terms and money, or you haven't talked yet. Does it make sense to you?
Not when you put it like that.
Parsons is discouraged he hasn't yet reached a deal. All right. There's my cowboy talk. I'm like, it's the most baffling little weird circle of maze talk, gibberish, crud, but yet it's that train wreck you can't stop looking at. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So how can you tell me we haven't had conversations yet, but we've come to an agreement on total money and guaranteed money and length? Yeah, but we haven't talked yet. What? I'm over you. I'm just over you. Here's another train wreck. Cleveland Browns. How do you believe Cleveland's... I told you, I think Dylan Gabriel's going to beat Shedeur Sanders out initially. And Kenny Pickett's the odd man out. I think your opening day depth chart might be Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and Shedeur, with Kenny Pickett the odd man out. However, but where are you on this?
I was on the Kenny Pickett the odd man out train.
Hey, who's the starter?
Joe Flacco.
You like Joe? You think they're going to go veteran? They think they can win. See, I don't think they drafted two quarterbacks with third and fifth round pick to not play somebody.
That doesn't mean you have to play one of those guys right away.
I agree.
This is that balance you're looking for. Like we've talked throughout this week about experience and letting guys go. Then Dylan Gabriel's that guy. Like if you just want to see, all right, can we have something here in a rookie? Then Dylan Gabriel should be the starter,
right? So that we'll see. They may, and this is like, how many quarterbacks? You have a 53-man roster. Do they still have an emergency quarterback spot, which is like a 54th spot? So typically you keep two quarterbacks on a 53-man roster because you got depth issues, offensive line, defensive back. I mean, you got, right? I mean, when you start thinking about it, you got 22 starters. If you go too deep everywhere, it's 44. You got two kickers, right? A punter and a kicker. That's 46. All of a sudden, I got 7 spots left. I might carry a long snapper, doesn't do much else. So that's 48. I got 6 spots left. Well, where am I going with the rest of my roster? Their general manager is Andrew Berry. And he intimated yesterday that they could keep 4 healthy quarterbacks on their 53-man roster, which is unheard of, and I think there's no way that happens. I could see a scenario at 3, although it's odd, but I there's no way 4. Quote, this is the GM of the Browns. We've largely looked at the last 5 spots of a roster as more developmental spots, and that could come from any position. I also think with roster flexibility nowadays, especially with the elevations that you're able to have on the practice squad, there's just more flexibility in terms of how to build your 48-man game day roster when it's maybe not as quite as restrictive in the past. If there are 4 that are 53-man worthy and we think it makes sense for us to keep them, we will. I just, that's relatively, not even relatively, that's unheard of. And I just think there's no way. And if you're the coach, like the GM might say that, if you're a coach who's got to deal with that, and I got a left tackle who's playing with a back issue, and I might have to go to the second string guy right away, I need an extra lineman, and you're going to tell me I'm carrying 4 quarterbacks?
To me, this is more, if you want one of these guys, you got to call me because we're not doing anything right now.
As far as if, what do you mean?
If they're not just like, oh yeah, we're going to release one of these guys. No, one of these guys, throw me a 5th or 6th round pick.
Do you think I call you and I say I'll give you a 6th round pick for Shedeur? They're telling me to scratch, right?
I don't think so.
Do you think they'd move Shedeur for a 5th or 6th round?
QB4 right now.
Yeah, he's splitting seconds. They got Pickett and Flacco splitting first team reps, and the 2 rookies splitting second team reps. Now, the head coach is Kevin Stefanski. He said they're going to be fluid with the rotation during the first week of practice, and then they'll reset. All right. Stefanski addressed the off-season speeding tickets with Shedeur. Remember, he got 2 of them over 100 miles an hour. Quote, coach, not smart. It's just not smart. It's something that we've addressed with him. He understands the implications. He understands the consequences, end quote. Does that go into his playing time? Does that go into where he is on? I mean, I'm going to guess it goes into decision-making and how they feel about the young man, and yeah, it probably does. Jeff, it shouldn't matter. Can he play football? Yeah, I agree. And if he was that much better, it probably wouldn't matter. But you know what he is? He's a 5th-round pick rookie trying to make a team. Well, but he's Shedeur Sanders. He's a 5th-round pick rookie quarterback trying to make a team with 2 veterans and a 3rd-round pick in front of him. I mean, if you want to just bare bones this, but he's Shedeur Sanders, I got it. I got it, man. And you know how many, if the player isn't that good, is he worth it? How many circuses have they had at quarterback in Cleveland? Deshaun Watson, Johnny Manziel. I mean, go on. And how's it worked? How's it worked for them when the biggest issue with your team is the off-field stories surrounding your quarterback in Cleveland? Go ahead. You think they're going to love that if that kind of stuff continues? No, I bet it's been addressed. I promise you it's been addressed. I know you and I feel differently when it comes to how big of a deal are off-field distractions, right?
I think it's different for different positions and players that you're expecting certain things from.
And right now, you're fourth-string quarterback.
It's a fifth-round pick.
Yep.
At the quarterback position that slipped because there were a ton of questions about his attitude, the way he handled himself.
Yep.
Something like this matters a lot more.
Yep. And I'm a franchise with a history of distractions at the quarterback position. He comes in with distractions. He's my fourth-string quarterback. I mean, I'm going to guess the wick is a little bit shorter. All right, 505-246-0610. Who will the Lobos see at quarterback when they go to Michigan? Will it be a familiar face, or will it be that highly touted freshman that the whole country wanted? They open up the season in the Big House. Tell you the latest on who's going to be on the other side when we get back. Any thoughts about remodeling a bathroom? Of course you do. We all have those thoughts. And then they kind of wane when you say, well, yeah, but it's going to be a hassle and it's going to take forever and I don't know who to call. I got you. I got you taken care of, and it's Rebath of Albuquerque. They will take care of everything from A to Z. You will have complete peace of mind, and there's zero risk on this. Well, what do you mean, Jeff? It's the largest rebath company in America. The largest full bath remodeling company in America is Rebath. They're the fastest growing. But they're also locally owned and operated by people you know. So what they do is come in, and they do full bath remodels within 5 days. They dedicate a crew to you, and that crew is not working on another project. It's yours until it's done, and done to your satisfaction. It's guaranteed, and it's warranted. Bathrooms, kitchens, closets. This is all about efficiency, about convenience, and getting it done quickly and perfectly. Cole and Sarah McCamey own Rebath of Albuquerque. You know the names. Cole, former quarterback at UNM, grew up and played in Artesia. Sarah comes from a great business family here in Albuquerque. She's a graduate of the Anderson School of Business at the University of New Mexico. They're going to take care of you. No idea what you want? They've got tons and tons of examples. I went through the showroom. I was amazed. I kind of want that. No, I kind of want that. Ooh, I like that better. The hardest part is deciding, right? You walk through it and what's going to work for your place, but it's nice to have choices and a ton of them. If you're looking for aging and accessibility upgrades for maybe an aging relative, they'll provide you with ADA compliant grab bars. You're going to know your families and your loved ones are safe. It's Rebath of Albuquerque. Go online, rebath.com, click on the Albuquerque location, or just give them a call. 505-312-8922, area code 505-312-8922.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet,
familiar with, most football fans around here are familiar with. And then they've got one of the highest rated recruits in a long time in Bryce Underwood. Bryce Underwood's a quarterback from Michigan who was committed to LSU, and then I don't know where the money came from, Mr. Portnoy. Wherever it came from. And he flipped and he went to Michigan. Sharon Moore's the head coach of Michigan. He said that there's an open competition until further notice. He spoke with reporters at the Schembechler Hall yesterday. They'll find their starting quarterback in training camp, and the coach will know who it is when one player, he said, grabs the team. It's Bryce Underwood. It's Mikey Keene. Underwood's 6'4", 230. I don't know. Does he start Underwood right away? Do you risk in a transfer portal era upsetting him? Or if Mikey Keene gives you the best chance to win? Remember, it's not about playing New Mexico. It's what they're going to be looking at Oklahoma the week after, and then Sharon Moore suspended for 2 games. I think one of them was the league game. I think Central Michigan and then Nebraska, right? If you were betting on it, who would you bet?
Given the fact that they open with New Mexico, I think you have to start Bryce Underwood.
I feel that way too.
Number one recruit in the country. Mikey Keene, is he more well-rounded in certain areas? I'm sure he is.
Why do you think Mikey Keene went there? NIL? Just to get money? I mean, I'm sure they're paying. I don't know what they're paying him, but I'm sure they're paying him.
And yes.
I mean,
new coaching staff. And
yeah, no, I understand
Fresno.
why he left Fresno. But why would you go to a place where they are? It's a local kid, the number one recruit in the country, super high profile. Everybody's excited about this freshman quarterback. The issue with Michigan last year. Now they look. The Lobos. Let's be very clear. The Lobos are open this season against a team whose last two games, they beat Ohio State and Alabama. They beat the last two games this team played. They went on the road at Ohio State and beat Alabama in a bowl game. Right? And their issue was what last year? Quarterback play. They just couldn't find a quarterback. When I saw Mikey Keene go there, I was like, with Bryce, like, why would you go there for your last year? But I mean, I'm sure Sherrone Moore said we're gonna have an open competition and you're gonna have a chance to win the job.
And to be on a winning football team in a great environment. Sure he's able to cash some really nice paychecks.
I think all that's fair.
Fresno State, the whole Pac State Conference, and think what they want, man. That's not the Big Ten life.
No, and look, it was new. And Fresno State's been winning. Last year was a little bit of a down year, right? They went to the Idaho Potato Bowl last year, I believe. Yeah, I know they did. And you get a new coach and everything's changed. I got all that. But you would almost think, I want to go in my last year. Which former Fresno State player is going to play more and have more success this year? Logan Fife, the quarterback at New Mexico State, or Mikey Keene, who beat him out and now is at Michigan?
Logan Fife.
Probably, right? Let's talk some soccer when we get back. We're going to catch up with an old friend of ours who I think we're all really stoked for. Has found a spot back in professional soccer. He's the vice president of soccer for something called AC Boise. Jeremy Fishbein, the former Lobo coach, going to be with us next. It's been a minute since we've heard from Jeremy. I think this will be good. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Has handed down values written in stone, leading the way.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All In Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
The Sports Animal, your home for the NFL, the Super Bowl, the NCAA Tournament, and the Final Four. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Soccer does a lot for a community. It's obviously been big in this community. And the plan is to be big in Boise as well. Good morning, boys and girls. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. I'm looking forward to catching up with our next guest. I think this is going to be, first of all, I'm just stoked for him, right? I'm just, I like when good things, I like when good things happen to good people. And our next guest is one of the most successful coaches in the history of University of New Mexico athletics, period. Pick your sport, pick your whatever. Jeremy Fishbein was the head coach at the University of New Mexico men's soccer program for 17 years. 207 victories to 79 losses and 40 draws. Took him to 11 NCAA tournaments, 2 Final Fours, was the national runner-up in 2015, and when the program was shuttered in 2018 for financial reasons, it started a kind of a global journey for Jeremy Fishbein, which is latest stop in, I don't know, we'll talk to him, maybe the final stop, and it may be who knows. But he's in Boise, Idaho, where he has been named the VP of soccer for the expansion AC Boise, which will begin playing USL in 2026. Jeremy Fishbein joins us on The Sports Animal. Congratulations, my friend. How you living?
Good, man. Hey, thanks for the call. Great to talk to you, JJ. I'm really excited to be on your show.
Well, congratulations, man. I know it's been a worldwide journey for you. How did this one happen, and is this the right move? It certainly seems like. I mean, I've been wondering why you haven't gotten into pro soccer ever since 2018.
Well, I mean, it's the right move right now. That's for sure. It's an incredible opportunity, and I've kind of been tactful with things, and have had. I'm not going to say I've had a great 6 years, but it's been an interesting 6 years. But a journey, it has been a journey. And I guess on just a lot of fronts, it's like that was a tough deal, what happened in 2018. But the journey has been kind of getting my mojo back and my motivation and love of sports and love of impacting the community. So I feel in a great place right now, and I just couldn't be more excited about the people I'm working with, the community, and just all that's ahead. It's really good, really good right now.
And you've been all over the world. You've been in India. You've been working on in this game that you love all over the globe, which I think is really cool. But you brought up 2018, and it sounds like as much as you probably knew in your head, the decision to close your program wasn't personal. It was probably, and I don't know if you've even justified it at this point, all these years later.
No, it was personal. I took it personally.
I know you did.
So,
yeah.
And I don't justify it. No, I mean, I never will. It was a mistake, and I'm not here getting angry, and it's just, hey, people from Albuquerque are listening, and it was a huge loss to Albuquerque, a huge loss to the state, and New Mexico can't afford to lose great things and committed people and opportunities for the youth. So without, just jumping up and saying all that, you didn't ask me, but for the record, it was a huge mistake and a mistake New Mexico can't make. New Mexico needs to be great, not average.
Have you had
That's my 2 cents, but we can move on.
No, I get that. Have you had conversations with United over the years? Because every time there's an opening here, and I've been very vocal about it, I said, why is Jeremy Fishbein's name, and maybe you have had conversations and people just don't know, is A, have you wanted to come and join the club here, and B, have there been any conversations? Because it always seemed like, wow, Jeremy would be great here. He was loved. He was successful. Obviously, you're really good in what you do in your world. Has there been a desire in any conversation to come to United before you go up to Boise?
I think I have a great relationship with their majority owner, Peter Trevisani, and Ron Patel, who's there now. I mean, they're fantastic, and they're great business people, and they've made great decisions. So I think as much as at some point, maybe I would have loved to have joined them. They made the right decision, and at this point, I'm not the guy to be involved there. There probably is still a little bit of resentment and also some learning to do, which it's been a healing process. But, my interaction with those guys has always been fantastic and just so, encouraged and use a lot of what they are doing and have done as a model for what we're doing here in Boise. So there is no regrets, and I'm fully present on the task at hand. It just doesn't do good to look 2 steps ahead. I'm just really excited about where I am, and I feel like I'm just in a great headspace and in a pretty amazing city in terms of a progressive city and just learning from the people I'm working with. So it's all a positive, and there's great things happening in Albuquerque and in the state of New Mexico, and I know there's like a lot ahead politically, both in the city and then, the gubernatorial elections upcoming. So I only wish the best for New Mexico, and we'll always keep our home there, and I think that's where we'll end up eventually. Nice. I mean, the thing that I always joke about, but it's only half joking, is that those little, like that cemetery down by Gibson and 25, where you can throw when you go to the stop sign to enter onto the freeway, you can throw your empty cup or beer can on you. Like that was my joke. That's where I'm going to be buried, in one of those plots where people can throw a beer can on me. But New Mexico is, I guess it's home. I wasn't born there, but that's where my kids grew up, and
I get that.
I love New Mexico. I mean, I can't say anything else more than that.
He's Jeremy Fishbein, the Vice President of Soccer for AC Boise, and he's with us on the Sports Animal.
Jeremy, you mentioned, it took you time to just get yourself back together, get that passion going again for the game of soccer. So what was that time like as director of football and academy in India, and what did they do for you during that time?
Yeah, I mean, that was just the scale of that project was something that few people ever get the opportunity. The owner, he was based out of Seattle. He's back in India now. He founded a company, Freshworks, a software company, and his net worth was well north of $1 billion. So money wasn't a factor, and we kind of had carte blanche to build what has proved to be just the most incredible professional infrastructure in all of Southeast Asia. And I got there right when the slab was poured, and I left upon complete know what the caste system is, but and in India they would tell you the caste system's not maybe present, but it is, and I consider myself a really empathetic person, and amongst the leadership, I don't know if empathy is a trait that people put a lot of stock into. It's almost like, hey, stay in your lane and be happy, whatever that lane may be, and be the best at it. So it was really a unique experience for me. And when you talk about a country with 1.5 billion people, there are good players there. And it's a huge country, and it's very regionalized with languages and culture and food. So you had to look at all kinds of different factors that I wasn't used to, but I learned a lot, and it was an unbelievable experience. Not an easy one, but a great learning one, and you can be real introspective when you're in those kind of situations. So it has been a journey, and during this journey, my kids have now both graduated from college, and the oldest one finished a master's degree, and she's quote unquote adulting. So she's kind of getting off the payroll. She's still got our Netflix account and our cell phone.
You can handle those too, man. You can handle those.
Gradually weaning herself from mom and dad, and then the youngest one's off to graduate school in Minnesota this fall. So awesome. Yeah, we're in a good spot. My wife's not here with me right now. She's a counselor in APS at a incredible elementary school, Armijo, and just really passionate about her work and impacting the kids of Albuquerque. So which is something that I clearly have missed for a long time. But yeah, life's good.
So you're in Boise, starting up the new club, and it's USL. But for people here, so there's different tiers of USL. This club will not be in the same league as United, so you won't play unless maybe in the Jägermeister Cup or something like that. Yeah. So explain to people, is Vice President of Soccer there? You're not going to be the coach, or are you going to? Can you name yourself coach?
No, I'm going to name myself equipment manager and ball boy.
Yeah, it's way
my main
less
duties.
stressful. Yeah.
But yeah, so the club, it's a really ambitious club, and they're doing a smart thing by entering in this league, because the USL is going to, in 2028, they're going to start a third league and call it League One, and they're going to have promotion relegation. So USL is just growing. It's just blowing up. And I think we have a great starting point, but the ambition is to be competing against, destinations, Albuquerque, Sacramento, Vegas, Indianapolis. That's the kind of city that Boise, belongs amongst those names. So we'll in time, make a mark on the U.S. soccer landscape. But this is a great entry point, and like I said, the business people are pretty amazing, and we have a credible stadium deal, so we're going to play in our own stadium. year one, first game will be in March of 2026. So an incredible stadium, just the whole build out is first class, and the revenue streams. I mean, it is a business, and this will be a profitable business. They've already sold over 5,000 season tickets. Just things are really in place. Now that being said, it's my responsibility to build the sporting side. So, we're right now interviewing coaches. Hopefully we have somebody named in the next 6 weeks, a head coach, then all the little pieces, trainer, director of operations, assistant coaches, strength and conditioning, performance. It's a full build out, and it's really exciting to help create that culture.
Super stoked for you, man. Really, really happy that you're in such a good spot. And let's stay in touch, and let's do this relatively regularly as we get close to this. And when you're in town, find us. Let's go get a beer and catch up. But happy for you and your
green
family.
chili, man, is what we're going to get.
You can't have a beer with green chili?
Some smothered burritos, and man, I'm missing the food. That's for sure.
They don't have that in Boise, Idaho. Yes.
Yeah, I will be back. Albuquerque's home. I love Albuquerque. I read the paper. I follow you guys. I want UNM. I want to crush it. I want New Mexico, United to kill it. You guys know me. Those are incredible memories and a source of pride, and I'm always going to be there for the land of enchantment.
You did great things for New Mexico. You did great things here, and as I said in the open, man, as successful as any coach who's ever been on that campus in any sport, you're right there at the top of the list. Keep it rolling. Good luck up there.
All
it's
right.
good to hear
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thanks, JJ. All right, we'll see you guys.
See you, man.
He is Jeremy Fishbein. Wow.
That's fish for you.
Yeah, and he said to me the other day, I said, softball stuff. We'll just catch up. What I was trying to ask, I said, probably in your head you knew in 2018 it wasn't personal, but it was probably hard not to get that through your heart. Before I got that out, he said, no, it was personal. And it's still, obviously, that wound is still open, and he's dealt with it. It's like any loss, probably. Like it's something you're that passionate about. He built a program for 17 years. And I don't think it's too drastic to draw an analogy to when you lose a loved one. You don't get over it. You learn how to deal with it. And it kind of sounds like what Jeremy's dealing with, right? Still, what is it? 8 years later, 7 years later. You can respond to that. We got a sweet deal for you when we get back. Nick Nee at the bottom of the hour. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Zone.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897.
I got food to offer you if you want. Well,
I can smell it. Yeah.
Here's what we got. You go to our website, sportsanimalabbq.com, click on the Sweet Deal logo, do it at 9 o'clock, and $30 gets you $60 to spend over at Firehouse Subs, where you can try the classic barbecue triple stack. It's brisket on turkey on ham with a tangy slaw and smoky barbecue sauce, either Carolina. It's the Carolina Gold. It's kind of going.
Yeah, that's the one you got right there. You're gonna love it. That coleslaw gives you a nice crispy, texture when you bite into it. Barbecue sauce makes that a really wet sub. I think you guys are gonna really like that one.
Good. All right, what else you guys?
And I brought you Firehouse Subs. We have the hot sauce bar.
Yeah.
All of our customers could come in. Use any of our hot sauces we have out on that bar. And this is our house sauce, Captain Sorensen's Dadle Pepper Hot Sauce. So I'm bringing you a bottle of that one.
Oh, Wow.
Take that home, try it out.
Thank you very much.
And I remember last time we were here, you ate that hot pickle, that one that sandwich we had with the real hot pickle
and
on
it
it.
bothered you that it didn't just completely shut me down.
Well,
Do you
that's why
recall
I'm
that?
bringing you a sizzling scorpion, a habanero bottle of habanero sauce. I thought you would.
See if that one will shut me down.
Well, last time you were sweating on your head.
I was
there,
sweating.
so
I think, like bald guys, you can see us sweat.
You can see it. So I think, and I feel your pain on that. So I think you're gonna like this one, and maybe take it with you to golfing today. See if you can throw it on.
Share it with the boys at lunch.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I think you'll like that.
All right, we'll do that. How many locations we got?
So we got 5 here in town, one up in Santa Fe that's you can get this sweet deal with. If you need to get any information on where these locations are at, go to firehousesubs.com, download our app. On that app, you can order catering from it, schedule your delivery on catering. You can order delivery to your house or to your office from our app. Right there on our app. We'll deliver it to you from that app. And if you want to pick it up, order it ahead, and we'll have it ready for you. You could skip the line.
All right, you got this really cool deal going now. 2 of you can dine for just $21.99.
Yep, two can
medium
dine.
subs, 2 fountain drinks, 2 bags of chips. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
So-
great little deal there. Our medium subs are big. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
quarter pound of deli meat on there. On the triple stack, you're getting 3/4 of a pound
So
on
I
that.
don't
That
need-
actually
I
has
don't
more
need
meat.
lunch today, right?
Yeah, you're going to get full off of that for
Yeah,
sure.
I probably am. I'm going to need something later. All right, 5 locations. And is there an app that
Yep, that firehousesubs.com. We've got an app, and again, it's a great app. Functions great. Made huge improvements over it in the last 60 days. I use it myself. It's a fantastic app to
All right,
use.
remember this too when you're going out and decide where you want to eat. A portion of every purchase of Firehouse Subs helps support first responders. You guys continue to give back, and I think everybody can appreciate that. So if you're thinking, well, where do I want to go? Firehouse Subs should be right there at the top of your list. A, because you're going to love what you eat, and B, they're helping.
Great
those
sub,
who help us.
and we give back to the community. All that money that's raised in the restaurant will go to your local community. We make donations all the time to these fire departments, police departments, veterans funds, and things like that. So, great franchise for me to be a part of. One of my favorite things about Firehouse Subs is our Public Safety Foundation. Thank you to every customer that's ever donated. We appreciate it. It does go back to life-saving equipment here in your community.
Beautiful. No, thanks for being here. It's our sweet deal. It's Firehouse Subs. We're eating breakfast this morning thanks to Firehouse Subs. You should eat lunch today thanks to them as well. Go by and take part of the sweet deals. SportsAnimalABQ.com. Click on the sweet deal icon right at 9 o'clock. And for $30, you get $60 to spend at Firehouse Subs. Lucas, have a great day.
Hey,
Great
thanks for
weekend.
having me. You guys are great partners. Appreciate being here.
Appreciate you, and thanks for the sauces.
You're welcome.
Nick Nee, the director of golf at San Diego Golf Club, next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I've ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66.
It's a different kind of a morning, but some good Firehouse subs. Can't wait to try the Captain Sorensen's Firehouse subs. Opening drive, Jefferson Beata, JJ Buck. If you're looking to get engaged, looking for a ring, looking for any jewelry, you got your place, and it is John Thomas Jewelers. They are my jeweler. They were my jeweler the second I walked in the door. John Thomas Jewelers has over 3,000 men's and women's bridal sets for you to try on right now. If you don't like exactly what they have, they will design something for you. And when they design a ring, it is done right there in their state-of-the-art on-site design center. They don't send it to Los Angeles or Dallas or wherever they send these things. No. It's done right here. You'll see it in 3D. You can preview it in 3D printed wax before it's made in precious metals. But if you want something different, even after you propose, you have a year to redesign it. It is the no regrets engagement ring, and it is, nobody else does this. Nobody does this. Their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Their diamonds are hand selected by them in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. It's the no regrets engagement ring. It's exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. See them on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. See why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 5 straight years and voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. 505-246-0610. We'll get back to you in a bit. The PGA Tour is at the 3M Open, where Adam Svensson shot 11 under. He shot a freaking 60 yesterday. He is your leader, of course, coming off of an Open Championship where Scotty Scheffler won again. The director of golf at the beautiful San Diego Golf Club is Nick Nee. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Nick. How you living?
Living well. Good morning.
How's things at the beautiful San Diego Golf Club?
Man, we got some rain yesterday. Had a little cloud cover with no winds. It's almost as good as scoring conditions as what they get in the Twin Cities there this week.
60. And like I looked at Victor Perez, the former Lobo, 7 under, and he's like way down the leaderboard. Like, what are we doing? but it is what it is. Not like it was last week. Scotty wins again at the Open. How do you define it? Everybody's talking about it, whether it's Tiger-esque or it's amazing or it's whatever. How do you define what Scotty Scheffler's doing?
I think I define it as someone that's just in a good headspace. Obviously, Scotty's really good about that. His presser about, people want to take it how it is, but I think it just shows, kind of where he's at, that, golf isn't the most important, but he cares. He works hard at it. I think that's where the difference between him and Tiger, you go back to Tiger's press conferences when he's, on a tear like Scotty is right now, and his one line is, I just entered to win. I'm here to win. And Scotty's a little different now. When you take the domination and what he is, the conversation is very thin, and he's in rare air to what he's doing. Obviously, 1,197 days to the day that Tiger won his first major to his fourth major. That's the same day as Scotty. And then next year he's got a chance to complete the career Grand Slam. So he's in rare air in terms of conversation. But I think it's just someone that is confident in what he does. He believes in the process he has. And he's got a good support system so he can just go out and play golf.
Knowing how much of a headspace game your game is, right? And we've had this conversation where I firmly believe the difference in talent between the top 50 players in the world is minuscule. The big difference is between the ears. The guy's chasing it. You go out, and Xander Schauffele said it. You see him at the top of the leaderboard. It sucks for us. It almost feels like they're beat. If he's leading a tournament, they're beat before they go out to play on Sunday.
I think when you get how good his ball striking is, and Tiger's alluded to that, even though you kind of see his feet moving everywhere, if you actually just zoom in on the club face of the ball and where that meeting point is, it is so solid and so good. When he combines and complements that with his putting, he's going to be at the top of the leaderboard. He's obviously first in dang near every category at the Open, and he starts running away with it. So it's going to take these guys. Hopefully it gets them fueled to, go work harder, and hopefully Scotty can keep it going through the Ryder Cup. But when he's there, it's got to be tough to play against, because if he's putting all aspects of the game together, he's darn near unbeatable.
Nick Nee, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club, is with us this morning on the Sports Animal.
No, Nick, you mentioned the footwork, and you do see Scheffler when he swings sometimes. It almost looks like he's coming out of his shoes, but that's kind of a natural thing. And what do you see when you're working with these young golfers, and where you're trying to teach the right technique, but also realize that everybody does move differently, and finding things that work that might seem unconventional, but it's just natural for some people?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing we look at a lot is just, again, everyone has different athletic movements. Everyone has different ways to get their body to rotate through a golf shop. But we do look at, what does it look like in terms of face to path and ball once we meet that, and what that meeting point looks like. So we focus a lot on the club face, right? We tell our kids club face is the steering wheel of the vehicle to tell the golf ball where to go, right? So if we're pointing it left, or, we're lifting it up, then we're telling the golf ball, we're driving the golf ball in a certain direction with that steering wheel. So we look a lot at it. It's kind of ironic that Scotty's got his feet moving everywhere, but it's really just how he clears his body to shift his weight. And it's different. It's unique. It's good that you have that in this game, because there's no model, there's no exact way to execute a golf shot. And if we can just get the club face to the ball in a consistent manner, and get it where we want it, then that's what we look at mostly for kids.
Ryder Cup has been a big conversation. Who should be on it, who shouldn't? Keegan Bradley is the captain for the United States. He said this week that Bryson DeChambeau will be on the team, which I think is right. Keegan Bradley, I think most of us believe, should be on the team. Do you believe he should be and will be on that team? And because I always feel, I don't know what the chores of being the captain are, but it feels like you should be able to do whatever that is, delegate a little bit, and still, if you're one of the top 12 players, and I think he is this year, you probably should be on that team.
Couldn't agree more. I think he's sitting 8th in world rankings right now. So there's another really good story, Chris Gotterup.
Yes.
What he did at the Scottish Open against Rory McIlroy and stood toe-to-toe and beat him. Then what he did and followed it up at the Open. And then go look at what he shot yesterday. I mean, he's 8 under. He's, granted he didn't shoot 60, but he continues to keep it going. That's a great story. But in terms of Keegan, I don't know how you would leave someone in that, you kind of take it away, take the name off, right? Do the eye test and look at the metrics just as they would for an NCAA selection. And if that person deserves to be there and their track record is good in Ryder Cup, but also how they're trending currently with their game, I don't know how he's not there. Hopefully he can just let his wife pick all the uniforms and meals and he can go play some golf, because I think he can delegate, to your point, a lot of the duties that are just minute. He can go play his round. He can set himself in a position or a pairing so he can get done and get back out. Or if he sits out a match, he can still be a captain. But I don't know how he leaves himself off. And I hope he picks himself, because you get someone that's really fire. You get someone from the Boston area that just loves playing for his country, playing for the USA, and, pair him with someone else. Obviously you got the fire between Bryson, and he says he's going to chat up Rory. There's a lot of great storylines heading into the Ryder Cup. I hope it bodes well for the Americans, because I think Keegan is also setting the tone with the messages he put in the locker of what it's going to be like come September at Bethpage.
And Bethpage Black is going to be where they're going to do this. The live guys are starting to feel it. And Lee Westwood made a big commentary this week about the world rankings, the fact that live are not counted in world rankings, and how do you compare apples to pickles and all these things. What did you think of what Lee Westwood said? Because you are going to have Bryson playing. Sergio Garcia just got picked, I believe, as the European captain in 2031. The evolution of this thing, I don't know where it stands, man. We haven't heard anything about any sort of a merger or come together or anything with Live and PGA in about a year and a half. So how did you feel about what Lee Westwood said?
I felt it was interesting. I think he's got some good points, but I also think, if you want to get world ranking points, there's ways that they can go about to do it. They've been, for lack of a better term, stubborn in their formats and stubborn in what they do, that they're not helping themselves get those points. But additionally, I think where they need to understand and where they really haven't had a whole lot of success other than a few of the players on that tour is they have to perform in majors. Those are 4 competitive, tough conditions that they have to perform in, because those are the only ways they're going to get points, or they're going to have to go to the DP World Tour or the Asian Tour and play in those to get points. And they just haven't fared well in the majors for the most part. By and large, the ones that have obviously are going to be on that team. But at the end of the day, there's pathways for them to get points. They're just kind of holding their feet in the sand and saying, this is who we are, this is what we do. And I respect that. If that's what you want for your tour and what you guys want to do, that's fine. But at the end of the day, the world ranking points have been there for them to achieve, and they just continue to not do it. So perform in majors and make those teams. And obviously Bryson's doing that. And I think a lot of guys respect that when they do that, and these guys earn their way onto that team just as anybody else.
It feels like it's been such a silence, and maybe it hasn't. The merge or some sort of a, I don't know, an integration maybe with Live and PGA. There was some talk about a year and a half ago, and I think we had some inkling that maybe they were going to get together. Nothing, and in fact, I think they've gotten further apart.
I think you're right, and the PGA Tour, once the commissioner is done next year, it'll be interesting to see kind of where they go with their new hire that they brought on board. I think it was like 3-4 months ago, and we'll see if those conversations continue. But I also think it's to the point where you just have to make a choice for yourself. What's best for you? If it's Live, if it's this, there's obviously stories of the gentleman that played for Live that's now earning his way back on tour, and he got sponsor exemption. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we just want the best for professional golf as a whole. And if you choose to play there, and the metrics are there for you to play on both, if there's a merger. But I think next year, once the commissioner is done with his duties, it'll be interesting to see if those talks continue, because they are kind of farther apart.
All right, he's Nick Nee, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. He offers you a golf tip to better your game every Friday here on the Sports Animal. What do you got today?
Yeah, real simple, real quick one. For those of you that cast it, all we're going to do is take one-handed swing. So grip the club with your right hand for right-handed player, left hand for left-handed player. Go really slow. And what you see when you take a full swing, go ahead and make a nice, good full rotation, and just allow that club to kind of come down. You'll feel the weight of the head as you get through impact. But what you're not going to see is you on the transition from the top down, you're not going to throw that club out like you're casting a fishing line. So this allows us, it's a really good, simple drill to just feel kind of connection with the body, but also how we get the club down through and release it on the through swing instead of throwing that club head on the transition and on the downswing. So take some couple slow motion swings, feel that release as we get through impact and up through the shot rather than casting it, and then kind of increase some speed as you get to it, and then try and replicate that with the second hand and actually hit a golf ball. But really good drill to stop casting. We don't want the hands to kind of throw the club before we get it to the ball. Allow that release to happen after it. You hit better shots and hopefully further shots.
If you'd like PGA professional instruction, it's as good as it gets. SanDiegoGolf.com's got all your information. Go out and those guys will take care of you. What do you got going on out there now? Because it's getting to be about perfect time.
Absolutely. Great time. We'll get into July, into August, hopefully the best month, September, October. But right now our promotion, Christmas in July, is in full swing. That's, although it's hot, for companies and individuals that want to host a holiday party, come into the event center at San Diego Golf Club, meet with any of our staff, or at sandiegogolf.com under weddings and events. You can fill out a request form. We'd love to host your company party. We're running a special right now for November and December. Again, Christmas in July is the promotion, but if it's not hosting a holiday party, come play with us, come dine with us. It's the best condition so far this year, and our team's done a great job. We look forward to hopefully visiting and serving anyone here at San Diego.
Enjoy the weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. We're getting close to the Ryder Cup. We'll be into damn near, is August next Friday? Holy
It's August, man.
It'll be, I'll talk to you next month, Nick. Holy smokes, it's going to be August already. Yeah.
Goes quick. I appreciate the time.
Always appreciate you. Be well, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you. Nick Nee, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
A gala, just a meeting, whatever it is, nothing's too big or too small. Albuquerque Convention Center is right downtown. Beautiful, versatile spaces, a tremendous menu, and spectacular service. Easy to get to with parking adjacent to the facility, easy in and out. Your guests are going to be pleased and amazed at every turn. We've hosted events there every year at Isleta, New Mexico. We host our teams there. They take care of our guests the way we need our guests taken care of, and they will take care of yours as well. Make your vision a reality. Just did MC the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame banquet that was there just a few weeks ago, and everybody had a great time. It was just spectacular. So if you're having an event, whether it's a gala or a meeting or a party, whatever it is, think about the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all. It's at albuquerquecc.com or call them at 505-768-4575, 505-768-4575. Been a hell of an hour, JJ. Woo! You get enough to eat?
That sandwich was very good.
It was really good, huh?
Very good.
I got chicken fingers in here, too, or should I just bring them into the kitchen? You want any?
I might just have to have one.
Yeah, no, I won't take them in until you go through what you need to. Appreciate Nick and his thoughts on the Ryder Cup and all those things. Major League Baseball trade deadline is coming. Get you up to date on what's going on there. And Nick Saban was asked about the chances of him making a return to coaching, and he said there is no chance right now. No chance. He kind of technically left the door open, but he said no chance right now. Why would he go back? I mean, unless you just, he's 71. He looks great. He's got more money than he'll ever know how to spend. He looks like he's loving what he's doing. I would never tell you what you should do. I mean, if you just love coaching and need to be in the room and need to compete, I get that. But he did it for 50 years. He is considered at the very, very top of the history of the profession. I guess the only reason to go back is just because I want to, right?
Yeah, and this really picked up a lot of steam this week, too, not just from Greg McElroy's
Yeah, it was
comments.
Greg McElroy at the SEC media.
SEC media days, but then Colin Cowherd started throwing a Nick Saban to Cleveland story out there.
Why?
It's Jimmy Haslam's a big SEC guy, and if they land the number 1 overall pick and Archie Manning it was like 8 things happening, and then it would lead to Saban taking an NFL job.
What have you seen from Arch Manning as being the next savior of a franchise? Have we seen enough? I mean, I get
it's just
what is lineage?
Hype season.
It's beyond hype with him. Whoever gets him there, it's going to be generational. Really? Show me what I've seen. I mean,
He's done nothing.
Right.
Like, wrong. Like, he stayed the course, and I think that he is going to excel at a very high level at Texas.
Okay. And then we have that conversation. He's not done nothing right, but done nothing wrong either. I agree with you. All the hype is lineage, and I understand it. I guess I got to see him do something before I'm sold that he's going to be the next savior of an NFL franchise. 505-246-0610. There's an hour left in the work week. You could be part of it. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the
Extend the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Bouncing into the final hour of your work week. Good morning, boys and girls. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. You want to get in today, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Got something cool for you. Coming up on August 15th, which is it's the day of the week of that. I got what is it? Saturday?
Friday.
It's a Friday? Well, I play golf on Fridays. Is the second annual Clubs Foundation golf tournament. And you can be part of this. They're changing lives using baseball and softball. Sean Kramer's in to talk about it. First of all, how was Jason Aldean last night? You look like you went to a concert last night. Maybe went to a concert last night, got home a little late, and then had to get up to talk to these two morons in the morning.
Absolutely. It was
absolutely.
The concert was awesome, though.
It's
always a good concert.
Yeah. And getting in and out there's always so easy, and so you get home early.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how that works. I appreciate you stepping in. Clubs Foundation is doing great things in our community. This is your big fundraiser to help raise money. You're helping kids all over the area through baseball and through softball.
Yeah, so we this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We end up donating about $200,000 to kids throughout the communities on they can't necessarily afford club baseball because baseball, softball gets so expensive nowadays, even though I feel that it shouldn't cost what it does. It's just the way it is anymore. I mean, everybody's trying to...
Why is it so expensive? I mean, I guess travel is travel, and so that's expensive, and hotels and all that. But just playing itself, I mean, I don't know, man. You and I we're a little different ages, but it was still, relatively affordable. We wanted to play ball. We went out. We had a glove. We had a bat. We had our buddies. We go play ball.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel that a lot of the organizations have realized how much money they can make off of it. So
that's what it is.
I don't feel that necessarily should always cost like that, but that's how we run this golf tournament, to definitely give back to the community as best we can.
All right, this tournament is going to be at the Santa Ana Golf Club. It's going to be on the 15th. You can get in on a hole sponsorship. They're looking for a title sponsor. There's food sponsors, hole-in-one sponsors, tee sponsors, all that stuff. If you just want to play by yourself, they'll find you a team. It's $125. You can get yourself a foursome in there for $500. I'm going to give you this a couple of times, but you can go and register. It's clubs, CLUBS, clubs-foundation-golf tournament.perfectgolfevent.com. I know that's a lot. I'll give it to you again, and it's going to be up on our website. We'll post that there. The fact that you're putting so when you say raise $200,000, that goes to what? Because I think people always say, right, I want it to go to help our kids. How's that direct to helping the kids?
So that goes directly to their cost for the tournaments, for league, and also for their training.
And this is year round, right?
Yes.
For the kids?
Yeah, 100%.
The first one was so successful, and I think you realize that the community really wants to get behind this. Baseball in this town has turned out I say it's town, really in the state, because you guys are statewide. I'm going to go up next week. I'll be at the Connie Mack World Series in Farmington. I'm going to call the championship game for CBS Sports next Friday night, in fact. But watching what the state has done baseball-wise, I don't know. Did you realize how much support it had? And I mean, I think you knew how much talent it had.
I mean, New Mexico's a little bit different than a lot of places. We don't have the huge population that Arizona and Texas and these other places have, but we have players and coaches, especially at our facility in particular, that truly care about all the kids. I mean, we have the most qualified coaching staff in the state of New Mexico. It is just something that has turned out to be pretty amazing, watching a lot of these young guys playing at high levels of baseball.
How do you guys fare? You go to tournaments and you play Arizona teams, California teams, Texas teams. I know you don't win every tournament, but how do you fare? I mean, but you win your share. Like, how do you fare against those teams?
We do really well. We're also a nationally recognized organization through USA Prime, and we get to send our kids out to Georgia, Florida, Arizona on a national teams, as well as our local and regional teams. So it's pretty fun. Like, we have a handful of kids that are playing with the Zinger national team up in the Connie Mack World Series.
Nice.
So
that ABA team?
No, different.
It's a Zinger team. It's a different team.
So this is different than ABA.
Yeah.
We sent some of our kids with another organization out there just to participate.
That's beautiful.
Because it's such an amazing event, the Connie Mack World Series.
No doubt.
I mean, the community in Farmington has done such an amazing job with that event, and I don't think that it could be held anywhere else.
No, and it shouldn't be. It's been there for over half a century, and they do a great job. He's Sean Kramer. He's in studio with us. The club's foundation is changing lives using baseball and softball. They're based in New Mexico, and it provides opportunities for kids to engage in competitive play. It's holistic development in both baseball and in softball. It's boys and girls. Its club's foundation recognizes that the lessons that they learn on the diamond extend way beyond just baseball and softball. They're dedicated to connecting players with experience that have the potential to shape their futures. And clubs is an acronym. It stands for Changing Lives Using Baseball and Softball. That hence clubs foundation. And their mission is to help each player compete, develop habits, attitude, work ethic, discipline, provide baseball and softball scholarships, opportunities for those who can't afford it, to offer players academic accountability and guidance and advice, and assist in providing proper baseball and softball gear and the equipment to compete. They're a 501c3, and they're asking for some help, and I think it would be a great opportunity. And look, I try to leave my Fridays open. I do. It's just it is what it is, and I know many of our listeners do. Play golf on the 15th and be a part of this event. I think people have a great time out there.
No, absolutely. I mean,
you play?
I do. Oh, I try to.
You're pretty damn good, aren't you?
No,
You hit the ball
not at all.
Not
at all. I mean,
you hit the ball a ton, don't you?
I wish I did consistently.
It doesn't have to go straight.
Consistently, I wish I did.
Yeah.
But I mean, knowing some of the golfers that I know and that I know you know, I am nothing like those guys.
Dude, your brother-in-law's a stick.
Yeah, he swings it pretty well.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I hope you're not easily offended if you play with him. If you are, you should not play with him.
Or any
by language.
or any of those other people that play with them.
All right. which is why I play with them. Is that
Right.
right?
It's definitely an adventure. We should just do a mic'd up situation with those guys.
Yeah,
at one time.
YouTube or something like that.
Yeah,
'cause
it wouldn't be
on
able
here.
to be on this show.
Yeah, I couldn't be here. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to give you the website again, and it'll be on our website. It's clubs-foundation-golf-tournament.perfectgolfevent.com. I know that's a lot. If you find Clubs Foundation, you'll find it. You click on register now. It is the 15th of August. You got some time. Get your boys together. Get your girls together. They got raffle tickets can be purchased online. They're giving out grills and smokers and 7-night resort stay and TVs and cruises and coolers. And there's so many great gifts. There's so many ways to get involved. Look, man, we all talk about making this place better through our kids. We all talk about the opportunities that we don't have. You know what? Damn it, start talking about the opportunities we do have. And this is one of those opportunities that our kids do have. This is a group that's doing great things in our community for our kids, that's doing great things for the future of Albuquerque and New Mexico. And you can help, and you can play golf and have a great day doing it. It's clubs-foundation-golf-tournament.perfectgolfevent.com. It's on our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Go out, play golf, have fun, enjoy, and support what they're doing at the Clubs Foundation. Anything else you want to hit?
You know, our food sponsor this year is Rudy's.
Beautiful.
So it's awesome.
Randy's great.
Randy's been
Oh,
awesome
he's
with
the
us.
best.
He did it with us last year as well. He plays with me on my foursome. You know, it's
I love me some Randy.
Oh yeah, he's such a good.
He's great with these Let in New Mexico Bowl. He feeds our players every Thursday night every year.
Yeah, they're such a great group of people that really do an amazing job.
So you'll eat well too.
Yeah, I mean you'll eat well.
I'm going to guess if you want a cold beer or if you prefer one of those seltzers, I don't judge. Drink what you want to drink.
We're going to be handing out some free drinks.
Yeah,
so we can't necessarily charge for them, but why not?
Yeah. Well, you can't charge them, and you got them. What are you going to do with them?
You could always swing better with a little courage.
Aiming fluid.
Yep.
Steering fluid.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's good for swing lube.
That's what I try to call it.
You call it swing lube. JJ, what do you call it? Swing lube, steering fluid, aiming fluid. I mean, he hits the ball a ton too. Now you don't know where it's going, but he hits the ball a mile
That's
too.
me.
Yeah.
It's that damn game. All right, dude. It's good to see you. Best to your dad and your family, and I'm glad you were able to make it. And again, it's the 15th of August. It's at Santa Ana Golf Club. Clubs-foundation-golf-tournament.perfectgolfevent.com. Register there. It'll be on our website. It is the Clubs Foundation Golf Tournament. Have fun out there. I'm going to do everything I can to get out there as well.
I appreciate it.
All right. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like me, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready.
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProV Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader.
You got a hoe. No, I don't. Maybe I'm just, I just did a couple of laps. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. What a weird, what a jam-packed last hour and a half. There's a lot that went into that. Hope you enjoyed it. 505-246-0610. We're back to you all, and heard from Jeremy Fishbein. And sorry, Travis, didn't get your. I didn't see it until late. He said, can you ask Nick how to transfer the golf game at the driving range to the course? We all want to know that. Every one of us, we hit it great on the range, then we get it on the first tee, and it's like, man, I was killing it on the range, though. I'll ask him that next week. I will ask him that question. All right, lots to do still as we work our way towards the end of this work week. 505-246-0610 and emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. I saw the story that they're started on the video board, JJ, and you put it kind of at the top of the rundown sheet today, and at the University Stadium. So the north end zone, the video board, it's going to be. Legislature gave them about $1.5 million. This will come out of the capital outlay. There was $11.5 million. This is allocated $1.5 million to fixing the video board. It needed to be done, JJ. That video board, It just, some of you are saying, well, didn't they just put one in? Well, about 10 years ago, and that's beyond lifespan on that. And as Fernando Lobo said, at that point, it's day to day, man. It can go whenever you want it to go. And, we talk about experiences and fan experiences. And one of the things you expect now when you go to an event is that the video board, no matter what the venue is going to be good and crisp and clean and sharp. And that one just had way too many problems, holes, bad spots in it. This was an easy one. It needed to be done.
Yeah, it's part of the little projects that hopefully will add up with what they can do right now.
Yeah. The remainder of the capital outlay funds that were dedicated, there's a multi-step process to improve what they're doing. They're calling it the fan experience there. And Fernando's talked about unique initiatives. And I saw him the other day. He wants to come in August and talk about some of the stuff that's going on for football. I told him you're always welcome, and he will come in. But he said he wants, deal with the music, the PA announcements. He wants to remain dynamic with what's happening on the field. Can't be sterile, he said. Of course, the more fans, the more butts we get in the seats, the better everything will get. But we got to be really mindful about scripting our games. And I agree with that. Look, I've got to be more active for our game about the music. Like you hear it all the time. Okay, let me ask you this. As you're coming into the stadium and players warm up, what's the right music to hear? Is it player music? Is it fan music? What do you want? And I can listen to both sides of the argument. Should it be?
I think it can change. I think you can, all right, players are out there for a little bit. You can do some different type of music and then kind of focus on, all right, just overall atmosphere, timing of things.
I hear this, and I get this probably every year after my game. I say my game, after the bowl game. People upset. They're walking in, and there's different ways to say the rap music was whatever. Do we agree that the songs with the N word probably don't need to be as people are coming in?
That's a huge mistake. Then
that the music themed about being gangsters probably doesn't need to be played as the fans are piling into the stadium. Do we? Or we don't have to agree on that. But that's a big gripe I get on a regular basis. But it's part of. I think it's part of the environment.
Yes, it's you have to ask these questions,
and I'm glad he is.
And I think with the amount of players that warm up with headphones on, I think you could change it. Like, it doesn't have to be about the players at that point in time because most of them are on the field warming up in headphones. And when you get to the bigger warm-ups, you're out there focused on things you like, the atmosphere. Because I know, at the pit, there's a specific playlist that the players like, work. But it's usually before the doors are open.
Yeah, and I think it can change. I just think, and I say this as a person who's in charge of an event, right? So I see the emails, I get the complaints. Nobody ever says, "Hey, that was great. We love the playlist." No, I mean that just never happens.
You can have variety, but if there's some songs that are you don't like, so be it. There's other music that you probably like.
I promise that's going to happen. Yeah, no, that's going to happen. All right. Well, I'm glad that they're starting on the fan experience, and much to the emailer or the guy who rips me on social media's chagrin, they're putting money into football. And I had a good conversation with Fernando the other day about the overall thing, and I'm glad he's in that seat as opposed to that social media hacker who beats me up, because he realizes it's football. And we had this conversation, and he and I both work in college athletics, and I'm going to go. I was on, I did the pit press with Ed Nunez and Nick. Tamari wasn't on it, but I when I was in Vegas for the Mountain West Media Day, I sat down and did a session with them, and we were talking about football. And one of the things I said on there, and I know I've said it on this show a lot. I don't know if I've said it this way. JJ, football has to get better. This isn't the one guy, and I think it's a vast minority who don't get it at this point. The one guy who says, just put $200,000 into your coach and just neglect football and put it all in basketball because that somehow has benefited your basketball program. Everything that's happened has firmed my belief, not that it needed firming. And I believe entrenched it in many other people's mind that football has to get better. There's one reason that you got left behind. And I hate saying that New Mexico got left behind, but you did. If you said to me, would you rather be in the Pac or the Mountain West? I mean, you would all say we'd rather be in that. Your basketball league it's not arguable that what you'll play in next year is better than what is leaving. It was Gonzaga, San Diego State, Boise State, that league. Well, we got Grand Canyon, Jeff. No, look, that's good. But it's not that. You should be in that. And by every metric except for football, you should be in that. Your overall athletic program performed better than any other group of 5 program in America. You had more academic conference winners than anybody in your conference. You won more conference championships than anybody in your conference overall in sports last year. You're a research institution that is respected, that grades out high. You are a top 50 television market in metropolitan area. You have an accessible airport. You are geographically located well. Your basketball program is one of the best in the group that's leaving and staying behind. Well, that makes sense. Okay, then we're in. No, you're not. There's one reason, and it's football. And I'm going to go back to this, JJ, and I know I've harped on it a zillion times. I don't care if it bothers you. The fact is, all of these things just prove the point even more. You don't have to want football to be better. Football has to be better because there will be another round of realignment in 4 to 5 years. There just will be. When this grant of rights that everybody just signed that runs through 2031 comes up, there's going to be another round. And if you get left behind, then that might be the final left behind. Because if the split that everybody's anticipating, there'll be a top 20, 30, whatever. Then what is the next tier? You're not going to be in the SEC and the Big Ten. But what does the next tier look like? And where is it you'll be? And you can bang your chest about basketball and cross-country success and tennis success all you want. And academic success and all that's great. There's one reason you got left behind. And I don't even think it's arguable. And all of these things that have just happened over the last few months, JJ, to me, cements that argument even more. And so does it start with a scoreboard? Fine. I mean, that's a fan experience thing. But it's resources in football. And again, you don't have to love football, but you've got to want them. They have got to get better. I don't know how else to lay it out more.
Well, if you don't love it, how's it going to get better?
Fair. No, it's fair.
Like, you should be like, I don't want to push or show support for money going to football.
Okay. Can you answer me this? You love basketball, you don't love football. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying the vague you. Make me an argument that somehow your basketball program has benefited from not resourcing football to the levels that other peer institutions have. How has that helped your basketball program? It hasn't.
Yeah. And dropping football does not make you Gonzaga.
You're not dropping football. It's not an option.
Or football, like, what you are is who you've been. It's not going to go up. It's just only going to be more of a challenge with whatever happens, as you mentioned, in the, I think, next dramatic restructuring of college athletics, which I think once that happens, like, there's not going to be much more. Like, there's only so many times you can slice this up and think it's actually going to keep moving forward.
Okay.
So to get better than where you are now, it's investments in the main product, and that's football.
It just has to be. And maybe at some point, if you like football, then you'll love it. Maybe if you don't like it, they get better, you'll like it. But I hate the reality. I'm not a Lobo alum. I'm not I didn't grow up, but I've been here for 29 years. You want to see success. You want to see success for the community. You want to see good things happen. And do I have a stake in this? I really don't. I mean, it's better for me as a bowl director, certainly, for this to be a football town. I grant that, yes. But if you don't think the college football world, and that includes beloved men's basketball, is stirred by football, take a look at what has happened over the last few months / years. So what's the answer? I've said this. There is no guarantee that if you invest in football, you're going to win. But there is a guarantee if you do not invest in football, you will not win. And if you don't win in football,
you're going to get left behind.
Period. And that includes basketball.
And then, it's not even about winning.
Yeah, it's about investing, about competing and being
showing that you're trying.
Yeah, winning a few games here and there and being competitive. Yes. If the Lobos would have stayed on the track that they were in 06 and 07 or in 15 and 16, right? If you could have kept that going, you'd be in the pack. You'd be with those other schools right now. You wouldn't be having a problem about, what you're going to look like next year. You would have been in there. Because every other metric you click. Every other one. This isn't more or less, they do all this, but just not this one thing. Yeah, okay, cool. There's two things. Their investment, the total budget, and football. And I think they would go hand in hand. All right, enough preaching on that. 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. Got an update on Justin Fields after being carted off the field yesterday at Jets camp. I got a little update on him this morning. A retirement, and the president has issued an executive order for college sports. What that means, or at least what we think that might mean, we'll do that coming up when we get back. How's your yard looking? Front, back? Need a little help with it? I did, and I called LaBarge Landscape. Got away from me. I've been traveling. I don't have the time. I don't love it. Some people love doing yard work. That's just not me. I'm not good at it. I needed just a little cleanup, some maintenance. My sprinkler system needed a little overhaul. LaBarge Landscape came out, and they are wonderful. You will love what they do as well. LaBarge is locally owned, locally operated. It's a family-run business with over 80 years of experience. And they do what they say they're going to do. They're the best at it. They are licensed, they are bonded, they are insured. All that means you do not have to worry about the job. Once you work with LaBarge, they're going to come out and they will take pride in what they do. They will clean up after themselves. They are detailed. They are guaranteed. Everything they do is you're going to love. Big projects, small projects, whatever it is. Whether it's synthetic turf for pavers, irrigation, fencing, fire pits, cleanup and maintenance, flagstone, whatever it is, they'll come out. Don't know what you want? Have them come out and say, take a look at the space. Say, well, I'm thinking of this and that. They will work you up designs, show you some options, and then they will make it come to reality. Me, I needed a cleanup and a sprinkler system overhaul. No question who I was going to call. You, shouldn't be a question who you're going to call either. LaBarge Landscape. It's LaBarge landscape.com, or give them a call, area code 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
In sports is Pro View.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal, to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become.
All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. You found the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. Jeffrey, good morning. You're on The Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day. Excuse my breathing. I just got off my bike. But I had some thoughts about Lobo football. And As you may know, I am a UNM graduate, and I am a native Albuquerquean. But for some reason, I've thought a lot about this. I'm just one of those Albuquerque sports, supporters, if you will, overall, that doesn't oppose Lobo football, doesn't loathe it, doesn't hate it, but I'm just indifferent to Lobo football.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it has to do with they just seem to have been kind of irrelevant and obviously not a winning program over the years. But I think for me, and again, I want to also say, I don't begrudge any influx of, revenue infrastructure to ameliorate or to improve, the program. So I'm not one of those haters, if you will, just more like indifferent. But I think for me, a lot of it has to do with the facilities themselves seem to be like extremely generic. And I think you've talked about this earlier. The fan experience has changed dramatically since the first time I started attending, sporting events in the early 70s. And that goes, throughout the sports fan experience, whether it's baseball, basketball, whatever. If you don't have a venue that provides really great food, great optics, comfort, convenience, all of that, I think that has a lot to do with it. Like, look at the Isotopes. You go there, it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's like a picnic. Look at some of the food experience you have. It almost isn't really about the game, and I know you're comparing AAA to football. It's different, but I think the genericness of Lobo football, the lack of relevance, the lack of winning, for people like me, we've just sort of like become aloof to it over time. Does that make sense?
No, it totally does.
And I do think
there's
if
more
the facilities were improved, I would probably give it a whirl.
People go to new
for the
facilities.
Experience
Yeah,
piece.
people go to new facilities for the facility. Look, here's the reality, right? There's going to be a Saturday afternoon, and you're going to have the option to go to a Lobo Idaho State game, or sit home and watch 7 games on your couch where the beer is free and relatively free, and there's no bathroom line. And by the way, that's Ohio State versus Oklahoma, and that's Alabama versus Tennessee. Do I want to go out? You got to give me a reason to go. It's like, I don't need you to pick me up and rub my feet on the way, but make it enjoyable. And I've heard this a million times, and I don't know that I think you're wrong. So yeah.
Yeah, and again, I just wanted to make the point. I think there's lots of us in Albuquerque and the county here that are just aloof and indifferent to the football program.
Right.
It's not that we loathe it, we oppose it, or any of that. Because I know there's that.
Yeah, no, you're just
section of
indifferent.
fans.
Yeah, you understand.
We're just indifferent to it. If that makes sense.
No, appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. No, I think that's a majority of people right now. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I mean, it's there. I love Lobo basketball. I'd like football to do well, but it's just, I think there's a lot of people like that. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal.
Great to hear from Jeffrey. Eloquently stated, as always. Hopefully he's listening. Big fan of Jeffrey. I typically don't go downtown in Albuquerque because, one, I like my life. But I think Albuquerque has done some really nice things down. They just built a new hotel down there, or renovated one, and there's some nice spots around there. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and I was impressed last night. So but I wanted to call about Lobo football. Earlier this week, you had a local guy, and I can't remember his name, but he talked about the corridor between the Isotope Stadium and the Lobo football stadium, and he really hyped up season ticket sales. It's one of the best calls I've heard in a while, and he inspired me. $100 to go see major college football, multiple games. I just bought tickets to go to Sandia to see Dustin Lynch. Great tickets at Sandia. I think I paid $50 a ticket, right? Which is, he's an accomplished artist. And to Jeffrey's point, and to your point, Jeff, everybody makes a decision. I prefer Sandia. I think it's a much better, eloquent experience than Isleta, which, it's a nice facility, and they do great events down there. But for me personally, I just like Sandia because it's more accessible, the amenities, everything. Everything that Jeffrey described about the Lobo football stadium, I kind of feel about the pit. The pit's antiquated, right? They've done some upgrades. But for me personally, it's a bit antiquated, and but it's still, you know, they have a good team, and it's a good energy in the building. But for me, just to reemphasize, to buy season tickets to Lobo football, and I was inspired by that local caller, and you probably know who it was. Even if I don't go to the games myself, if I catch 2 or 3 of them and give the tickets away to my friends, that's my way of supporting this program. And I do think this coach is going to do some really good things here. So thought I'd share that with you. And I think we're coming up on some big events. The biggest event, I think, is your football bowl game. The second one is the burning of that Muppet up north, that 70-foot Muppet. And then this Lobo football experience, I think, could be right in there with those. So thank you for letting me share my thoughts, and have a great weekend.
Yeah, man. The Muppet thing always gets me. Look, everybody's got a mindset. The facility is a big deal. It matters. When you go to ballparks, like when you go to a town, you want to go, I don't know, you want to go to Comerica Park, you want to go to Camden Yards. Do you care if the Orioles are playing the Rangers, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, or the Cubs? Does it matter to you? If you're in Baltimore, you want to go to Camden Yards, you want the experience, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of times where you're somewhere and you're going to a game because the game's happening.
Or more so, you want to go to the facility. Why do you think so many people want to go to Michigan? They want to go to the big house.
For championship football.
Well, they want to experience the facility, the experience. People want to go to the Rose Bowl. They want to go see the UCLA game. There is something about that. All right, we'll wrap you when we get back. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. National Tequila Day was yesterday, but we're not done celebrating over at Twin Peaks, because from the 27th, which is, Sunday, through next week, the 31st of this month, the Summer Bikini Bash is on. You get to cool off with your favorite Twin Peaks girls and enjoy specials on shots and cans and cocktails and martinis. It is the ultimate summer send-off, and it is going on at Twin Peaks. It is going on next week, and Twin Peaks is bringing the heat all month long. Close out your late nights with flatbreads. Just $8 from 10 p.m. to close. It's Sunday through Thursday. They got a great bourbon collection for those of you who love the bourbons, featuring exclusive barrel selects, hand-picked just for you, served neat or served over a big, giant ice ball. If you're looking for a job, Twin Peaks is a great spot for you to go have fun and make great money. Looking for cooks and servers and everything over there, you can text WORK4TP to 85000, and you can join the Twin Peaks team. Don't forget happy hour and lunch combinations. They got hearty meals starting at just $7.99. It is Twin Peaks. There's something for everyone.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal: to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation.
All right, Jets quarterback Justin Fields back in practice today. Remember yesterday we went through the whole scare with getting carted off and ended up being a dislocated toe. He didn't practice. He didn't go through individual drills, but he was back at practice today. Jets said that he'd not miss significant time. He's day-to-day. Will be ready, they say, for week one against his former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a weird one yesterday, dude, as we went through this whole convergence of carted off to, well, someone stepped on his toe.
Yeah, carted off. Justin Fields goes down to dislocated toe.
Yeah. All right, what do you make of this executive order? And I don't know that anybody knows what to make of it. Donald Trump signed an executive order to try to clarify athletes' employment status. He has directed his cabinet to develop a plan in the next 30 days aimed at what he says preserving college sports opportunities and preventing college athletes from becoming pros. So basically, he doesn't want a pay-for-play model. He wants NIL to mean what NIL means. And I just don't know how this is going to go because I think it's so far down the line, there's no way to put this toothpaste back in the tube. The executive order sets out specific guidelines to preserve athletic scholarships based on the athletic department's annual revenue. It declares that schools should not allow athletes to accept third-party pay-for-play payments from collectors. It states that the Secretary of Education should use future federal funding decisions, among other tools, to force schools to abide. It feels so out of the lane. Like, I know that college sports wanted congressional help. I'm not sure they wanted Trump's executive order telling them how to do this thing.
Well, and it doesn't change anything.
It can.
Only if people get in line, and that's what it is trying to do, is force the decision makers, the lawmakers, to then pass something.
A national solution is urgently needed to prevent the situation from deteriorating beyond repair and to protect non-revenue sports, he said. All right, watch this. I think this makes it more of a mess. You want me to get one more in? What do you got? Terry? Good morning, Terry. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Terry.
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ, Fox and Uggs, all family members. One note, JJ, I sent an email. I like getting it on my Facebook account. I haven't been able to get it. If you guys know a trick, maybe you send me an email how to get it back, because sometimes I miss out. My little thing for the week is Ichiro. I thought maybe we were over, the unanimous voting. He was one vote shy. No, I don't think he's Babe Ruth or Willie Mays or whichever, but I thought people didn't have to just not vote to not vote, because he had one amazing career and the things he did. And I thought we could just, go ahead and vote, and people could be unanimous, but maybe not. They're going to still pull that a stunt like there, and so will be it. The talk will always go on for the Lobos, so we hope it gets on, and with all the games on TV, it's sometimes on that. But, just quick thoughts on that, and you guys have a great weekend. Always appreciate the show. Be safe.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see you. Hall of Fame weekend in baseball. And Ichiro should have been unanimous. I agree with that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know that what was Seaver was unanimous? Is that right? That might not even be right. I don't know if anybody was ever unanimous in baseball. But how you looked at Ichiro and said, no, he's not a Hall of Famer. No idea. No idea. All right, what do you got this weekend? What are you looking forward to? Kind of your last weekend without football. Well, next weekend you won't have football because you'll have it on Thursday. Then it'll start for real. Happy Gilmore, too? And that's something to look forward to.
Formula One back from their break.
Okay.
We're watching qualifying when I get home.
Okay.
Probably check in, see if someone shoots in the 50s.
Because that
3
may
a.m.
happen.
this weekend.
That could happen.
And they had the first notable trade in baseball with Josh Naylor going from Arizona to Seattle, so we'll probably see some more movement over the weekend.
Yeah, you're going to have the baseball trade deadline. United's back in action this weekend, too. They're on the road. So you can catch some of that. You got the golf this weekend. You got watch the training camp stuff. It'll be interesting to see when we come back on Monday how everybody is health-wise, signing-wise. The Micah Parsons thing is something that just continue to keep an eye on. Terry McLaurin, Trey Hendrickson, all those as well. Thank you for breakfast, both to Raising Cane's and to Firehouse Subs. You eat enough today?
Good eating.
Yeah, that's a lot today. Adrian, great work. I know you guys have a lot going on over at ProView Networks with the Connie Mack World Series and everything else going on. Appreciate you. Heard with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome Show is after that. 2 Men On is in at 4 o'clock. You get the Isotopes in Salt Lake after that. We're back with award-winning radio on Monday morning. We will start at 7 a.m. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. And we shall smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who